is Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. You can join us to play these games. But if you're watching, you probably already know about this because you're checking out what we're going to say and shoutcast this game. So here I have with me Jkaz, spectating with me.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, who will has still yet to get in the game because of things happening. But yeah, so they're loading up now, so you should be able to spectate in a little bit.
Who's the champions? What's the team makeup?
Yeah, so let me get on that. So it's looking like on blue side we have interesting. Quinn in the top lane running Ignite, which is exciting. Warwick in the jungle. We got Syndra in the mid lane, and then Varus, Alistar in the bot lane. And on the other side, we have probably this is confusing. Ooh, we have so we have Cho'Gath top, Nunu jungle, and Yasuo mid, and no. We have Malzahar mid, Yasuo, and Nautilus bot lane. Sorry, that was hard.
Wow.
Yeah, so this should be spicy.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong.
Who would you give the advantage to with like all skill being equal?
All skill being equal. Oh, what skill? If we're talking about LCS, then I would probably say Yasuo 80 carry isn't great.
That is fair enough. Yeah.
No, but no. In all seriousness, I like.
Nautilus Yasuo actually nasty combo.
Yeah, it
there
sounds pretty
at
nasty.
level 6. We got a lot of pop up for Yasuo in that sounds like.
I think I like actually the red team, the one with Yasuo. We have a lot of things that can be blocked by the wind wall, including a Syndra ult. We have Malzahar's passive, which is going to block a lot of Syndra damage too. Could potentially knock a Syndra ult. And a lot of squishy. You have a decent front line on them. You have Alistar and Warwick frontlining that team. But I just feel like red team has just such a safer comp, minus the Yasuo. And they have a really good team fight comp that works with the Yasuo. I'm thinking like a Nunu Blood Boiling Yasuo. Sounds pretty terrifying. So, but I think I have yet to see like a decent Nunu since his rework, or since his buffs. So I don't really know what to expect, but Nunus can be useless if they don't do stuff. And they need to counter jungle and be very cerebral in their jungling. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said, it'll be interesting to see how these team fights work out. So I'm in the game at 205. Is that what it is out for you?
I'm at 209. I'm like a little ahead of you, but if you just make sure the timeline is live, because it might be a little behind.
I got to 209 as you were saying.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah. So, mid poke by Syndra. Nasty to start. Once you get that shield off Malzahar, you got to take advantage. Yeah. As a Malzahar player, especially against Syndra, I try to keep that shield up at all costs.
Gotcha. So, I'm gonna be a little quiet because I'm gonna try to fix some graphic stuff real quick.
Okay. Well, it's like we got an early gank by Nunu, slowing down the Quinn. See if the red team can catch her. She does not have really a way to get out. She used her flash, but she's over. Good idea by Nunu to get that early gank because Quinn was kind of annoying for Cho'Gath early. Oh, Warwick coming in to take out the Nunu. Gets the fear off. Gets the flash out of Nunu. I think they're going to pull off a kill. First blood for Warwick.
First blood. Nice.
Real nice job there. Countered.
Yeah, a lot of damage going down onto that Malzahar by that Syndra.
So, good job getting Quinn a little bit of a lead there. He wants to make Cho'Gath as miserable as possible early.
Yeah. We have so. Here's the thing that I want to talk about right here. It looks like I I think nothing. I don't think anything. Maybe something might happen. So Warwick and Cho'Gath are in a huge duel.
Oh, no,
Warwick
done.
goes down because he doesn't. Oh, maybe he has enough lifesteal. Oh my god!
Turns it around. The lifesteal came out as a surprise. Malzahar's coming up to get the return kill though. Gets off the W, but doesn't look like it's
Yeah. So actually, Warwick gets away, even though Malzahar flash. Yeah. So the one thing I want to mention, I see a lot of people invading
right.
without understanding that they're not at an advantageous place, or it's not a safe idea to invade. If your lanes are pushed up, then you can invade, because that means your mid laner or your laners can. Oh, here's a huge engage.
We got by bot lane. Good catch by Nautilus. Ooh, but
Nice stun.
they made to be able to take out Yasuo. Oh, got away.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that that's so if your lanes are pushing, then you can invade because your laners can come to your aid quicker, right?
Right.
But what we saw there, Warwick was pushed up. Wow, another great hook by Nautilus. Warwick was
Yeah, he
pushed
kinda
up,
does.
or I mean, sorry, Warwick was invading, but Quinn was backing.
Right.
So that means if he runs into a jungler, and he runs into the top laner or something, like he's dead, right?
Right.
So just
So
something to keep in mind.
I think he was. Would you say you're depending on three things: lane push, the presence of your top laner, and also where their enemy jungler is. I think he figured since they just killed Nunu, he was safe from that.
Mm-hmm.
The minions were pressed up, but you're right, his top laner was back, and so he didn't have that.
Yep.
So
Nunu
we got a
comes
gank by Nunu here coming into bot lane. Hard to kill Alistair.
Oh, he
but they
flashes.
pull out, gets away, and Nautilus may go down.
He does go down.
Not today.
Oh man, there's a lot of action in this bot lane.
Yeah.
A lot of low health people.
We got-
Malzahar enters.
We got Malzahar here too, looking for something. He's level 5 though, and Syndra's following. Level 5 also. See if she can pull off something. Oh,
Misses the stun.
and the shield. Yes, shield. Real with the thing.
Yeah. So there's a lot of backs coming out. There is an Inferno Drake to be aware of, so there should be that should be highly contested. Nunu should be prioritizing that.
Pretty early. Take off the shield from Malzahar. They have a
Nice
chance
stun.
for it now. Oh, good job.
Oof. Nice collapse on that.
Doing a good job taking advantage when they once you get that shield off that bubble off Malzahar, you got to go for it when you have the chance, and they did, and it paid off.
Yep. So, one thing I'm thinking of right now, either of those junglers can solo that dragon pretty early. So, if I
Right.
were either of the teams, I would definitely want I want that Inferno Drake.
Right.
2, I don't want the enemy team to have that Inferno Drake. So, putting a ward on that early is really important, actually. I would consider
in
putting.
matchups against champions that can take solo dragon as early as these champions can. I tend to get a control ward and put it on dragon
Yep.
pretty.
Nunu's
pretty
ganking.
quickly. Nunu with the gank slows down, and Malzahar is 6 now, so he could come in for the
Ooh,
for the
nice
ult.
stun.
But nice
Oh,
knockback with the
Warwick.
untapped power. Warwick, Nunu
Oh my gosh!
goes down.
Yeah, that
Now the balls dropped on him for that one.
yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, Syndra's no joke when she gets the 6. Oh man. It's crazy to me how many people are surprised by Syndra ult damage. Can't tell you how many times I play mid lane. My jungler comes in and they just give her a free kill. They like dive her under tower, get ulted. And I'm like, you didn't think you would die? And they're like, I was at full health. They just don't realize what it can do. Yasuo Wind Wall stops a lot of the damage there. Good job with that. So that Yasuo Wind Wall has the potential to turn around a lot of fights against a team with 2 ADCs with the Quinn
Yep.
and the Varus.
So I want to talk about this again, the jungles and the dragon control and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Nunu, he's really strong and he's really effective because he can safely go into enemy jungle, counter jungle and stuff like that. Especially that Riot removed the like the catch up experience in the jungle.
Mhm.
Like Nunu got
Oh, good
stronger
point.
because of that.
Right.
Yeah, so you need to be counter jungling as Nunu because one, you're fast, so you can get in there, consume, smite something, and get out. You know, you don't have to take
Looks
everything.
like we're
Oh, but
gonna
it's
have an
gank
all
mid.
here. Have a gank here, but
Whew,
Cho'Gath gets
brutal.
the feast.
Was that a predator? That is predator on Cho'Gath. Oh my goodness, that is spicy.
Oh, good catch. I did not see that, but I was wondering. I thought he had ghost. But yeah, good point.
That was really
So
fast.
Bears
Oh,
got off the ult there, held him down for a second, but now the Yasuo Windwall stopping all of Bears.
ooh, nice dodge.
But still may catch him, but they're in the tower.
Oh.
5 minutes actually. Oh, no, they're not. Alistair's just
Woo.
sitting there taking damage. And Bears gets a double kill off that.
Yeah.
Good job by Alistair tanking the turret so that Bears can get in there and get the
Yeah,
kills.
I was just about to say, way to man up, Alistar, and just like die under that turret for that because I think it was totally worth it. You are denying a ton of XP, a ton of minions to that bot lane, and Varus gets a lot of pot shots onto that. And it looks like blue team's collapsing on that dragon. Oh, nice flash.
Yeah.
But they get pushed off of
Yeah.
it as Malzahar is threatening without an ult, but they probably don't know that.
Looks like we got it looks like we may get a dragon here for blue. Red doesn't look like they are in position to collapse in time. And now, Alistair, Alistair gets hit by the power.
Ooh, hook.
So they're here now. Red's here, so they may be, and the wind wall goes up to stop Bears' damage, but now they're out.
Oh,
of it.
you need the wind wall for that.
They may be able to. Oh, hits the tornado. Can he do the damage? Does he have enough damage to take out Bears before he does? No,
Oh.
he does not. So they get the kill on Yasuo and Nautilus. Now Alistair's taking a little damage there. Going for the Malzahar, can't take him down. Warwick goes down too.
There's
So
no mana, no
Blue
mana.
team's trying to get out of there. Good time to go after Syndra. She's not going to be able to get out of that unless she can get to the tower. But there's slows for days.
Oh, there's that predator.
Silence.
Oh.
Oh, the stop.
Ah,
Good
stopwatch.
stopwatch. But they got the. They can
Uh-oh. But they get the return kill.
Didn't quite take the tower shot.
Oh,
So
is that another?
another tower shot. Cho'Gath gets out alive with just a sliver of health.
Oh my
I say
goodness.
sliver of health for him, but for him that's however much health he has. Cho'Gath's out of it.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate for that Nunu because Malzahar ended up flashing to get the kill, so Nunu didn't even do anything because he died for nothing. That's funny. Oh, I think Malzahar was ready to ult right there, but he ran out of mana.
He didn't have mana, yeah.
Yeah, so if I'm this Yasuo, I've noticed this a few times. You have to save that wind wall for Syndra. That is the one. I would say two things you need to use your ult for, or your wind wall, Varus ult and Syndra ult. Those are the two things you need to keep your eye out for. Save it, save it, save it, and hold on to it until you see Syndra starting to put that ult down. Just deny so much damage. There's an engagement
Like the engagement's not, but they see the Syndra coming, so they're gonna try and get out. But Nunu's coming in after them, so here's looks like a re-engage by Red, including the TP from
Teleport.
top. So we have we got everyone here. This
Yeah,
looks like
4v4.
a big one. Took out the front bubble from Malzahar, so Warwick also Yasuo is stuck behind with the baby. Looks like they're gonna take out Yasuo here.
Malzahar
Nunu
ult.
gets off the ult, and that does a lot of damage. But they took out 2 of Red there.
Wow, that was a
Big win for blue team though.
yeah, that was really big. Blue team is ahead, and they're showing that they are ahead.
Yeah, a lot of good job with a lot of good plays there between with counteracting the TP and the good re-engage.
Yeah, very, very good. And unfortunately, Cho'Gath could
once
not join that.
They were spread. You notice they were spreading the damage out until until Yasuo got stuck behind his team, and then they just focused him down, took him out, and took out much of the damage. Nunu, a lot of well done ults.
Yeah, Yasuo was only able to get an ult on, I believe, the Varus, and just getting one person, and even then he wasn't able to do enough damage to kill them. So that's really unfortunate.
Right. So what would you say the next goal should be in this game for either team?
Blue team, they should probably huddle and get that mid turret. That might mean doing scuttle or doing rift herald. That'll probably be the easiest way to do it. They have strong control, so they wouldn't mind finding a fight. And that's what I would be looking for. Getting rift herald to push that mid turret.
How are
And
you going to try and turn this around if you're red team?
if you're red team, I think one of the things to do is get your waves pushed as best as possible, but you have to group and find an unfair fight.
Caught out, and Work's going to take him down with the ult.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. Nunu can't do anything when he lost control of his jungle because he wants to control the enemy jungle and take control of the map. That's where his strength lies. And he's lacking that.
Good sidestep by Malzahar at first there, but Queen comes in, gets the kickoff, and there's no way to get out now. Good ult, Syndra.
Yeah, see, blue team's moving very, very well because they have a lot of control of that map, and they're able to find picks, while red team is still just getting into the lanes, trying to get the farm. Ooh.
Misses the ult, but still a lot of damage by Varus. He has finished his Rage Blade, so he's pumping out the DPS here.
Yeah, so red team needs to sacrifice something to gain something. To make a trade instead of getting picked off one by one. Like lose a second tier turret or get a lot of damage off your second tier turret. Oh, nice denied.
Looks like Warwick's getting the Rift Herald while they keep red team occupied mid. So that could mean another tower going down for blue team.
Yeah.
Another one of red's towers going down.
Oh my goodness.
Huge
Ooh!
knockback by Syndra. Hits the triple hit and almost kills Yasuo, but he had the heal up, so he's good.
Yeah, that was a ton of damage. Holy crap. So terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, red team needs to sacrifice something to gain something. They need to take a little more risks and not like just get caught out one by one in the jungle. They need to roam as 4, like pressure one lane with someone like Cho'Gath or maybe even just Yasuo or something, and have 4 just try to find a random pick like right there on that Warwick. And they need to also regain vision control.
Right.
Of just their own jungle, own spot, which it looks like
we
they're
have
doing
a
okay.
red dragon up. We have a red dragon up though, and blue team's going for it. Doesn't look like red team's in position.
Yeah, it's not. Blue team wants to fight. They have a team fight comp. They want to just blow you up because they're ahead anyway. You just don't play their game. Don't go fight a Drake. So yeah, what I would do is I would actually ward around the mid lane and figure out ways you can find picks where there's stragglers, because that's where blue team wants to go. They want to go mid lane, and you have to identify that, and then you play accordingly. Like sweep some areas and find, like, sit in the pixel brush and catch a Syndra that's roaming from bot lane to mid or something like that. But here comes an engage.
Oh, also comes in with the flank, knocks Nautilus back into his team. Looks like they're going to pick up a kill there before red team responds. They get dropped the rift in the middle. Looks like they're going for this tower, and they're already up 5-4. Yasuo's getting chased down by Warwick. Warwick drops the ult on Yasuo. Ooh, bites and finishes him off.
Nice Nunu ult.
Good Nunu ult under tower. But
Cho'Gath lives.
Oh, Malzahar drops the ult, but now he's just standing there taking damage from everybody. Gets deleted during it has to cut his ult short and still doesn't get away.
Yeah, that is brutal.
That is your weakness as Malzahar. Your ult is amazing CC, but you also CC yourself.
Let's see. Looking at the builds, I'm just trying to see if we see anything, something special. I think it's pretty standard. Varus is going against his Rage Blade, which is one way you can build Varus. I think it's pretty popular at the moment. Looks like it's doing pretty well as well. Yeah, I don't know if there's really anything to say about this. Oh, I will say.
Other than Cho'Gath and Predator, I guess.
I will say one thing that I've learned since the last podcast about these support items. You pretty much want to sit on the second tier support item for as long as you can. Because the way that Riot planned to do things is that you get your sight stone and support, like really efficient support stats from going to the second tier. After that, you don't need to upgrade to the third tier until you know, you need some slot efficiency. So sit on that second tier support item because the extra stats aren't really like super stat efficient or anything. And the whole point of using the support changes were...
Ooh, could have a fight here with the TP coming in from the top. Cho'Gath centering this fight from behind. So we got to re-engage by red team, but
5 hours.
Really ready for it. And here comes Syndra from the backside.
Oh!
Cho'Gath. Oh, Alistair is almost down. Syndra may be going down. We're going to have to turn around. Take out Warwick. Red team got a good little pick.
Oh no, Cho'Gath, what are you
Syndra
doing?
unleashes the power and unleashes Cho'Gath to the fountain.
Really nice fight for red team though. They had that set up. They had instant access to the Varus with the Cho'Gath going in the back. They had instant access to Syndra too. Luckily for blue team, Warwick was in the middle of everyone and popped his fear. So Malzahar's ult actually was cancelled. So Syndra lived and was able to kill the Cho'Gath eventually later. So that was really, really beneficial for red team. Was almost really, really scary. And luckily that fear kind of stopped, I think, an ace. Or even a Baron take.
That Warwick fear kept it from being slaughtered by red team.
Yeah.
They could have turned out, they've been able to turn around the game a little bit there.
Yeah, really nice flank. I hope to see that.
That Syndra ult on Cho'Gath kind of kept the damage pretty contained.
Yeah, it's really hard as a Warwick. You're not really looking to peel, right? You're looking for that across map ult engagement. So your backline will be exposed. Alistar, if he goes in, he is a great peeler, but if he's not paying attention to his backline, which he really should be because that is your win condition.
Right.
You can get some really nice picks. But we have an overextended Yasuo, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like he's caught out. And Warwick's ult is up, so there's no...
Doesn't even waste it.
Didn't even use it, so he'll have it if he wants to use it again. Looks like they're going to put some pressure on this bot tower. More than pressure, they're going to just with pressure. Oh, they took off the Malzahar bubble. Let's see if they take advantage of that dive.
Yeah, that could be an Alistar engagement or a Varus ult. Yeah, or just Syndra ulting him, you know?
Yeah, just coming in ult. Oh, they hit him.
There's a Varus ult.
Off on him, and here they go. Full speed ahead. Alistair is not cowed by the turret. Just goes straight in, they pop him. Junior goes down too, so... Oh, yeah, Phil hits the ult, but he does not have the damage yet. He gets bleeding.
He did save the wind wall for the Syndra ult.
Yep.
Syndra...
Scatter the Weak takes out, stuns Cho'Gath, and he just sits there and hates this guy.
Yeah, and that looks like it's pretty much game for blue team.
Yeah.
Yeah, 22 minutes, really quick game. I guess timers are short. I don't think it's over actually.
It's a tough fight. Well, it looks like they are up. They took the bubble off Malzahar. They probably want to get out now, just to keep them over the thing. But they got a lot out of that fight.
Oh, that
Turret
damage
dive
though.
results in three pressures. Nautilus catches the Syndra. Oh, but she get away. Nunu ults. Syndra's still trying to get out. Malzahar ults Warwick. They're able to take him down, and they also were able to Syndra.
Yeah, so nice catch by a red team.
Good job with the chase, yeah. Good catch from behind. I know red team's not winning, but Nautilus has been on point with touch.
Yeah, I agree with. Oh, I think they're rushing Baron. This is a really great idea.
I think we've talked about this before. Is when you get how the possibility of getting Baron if a team like stays for the inhibs and then backs after you're able to fight them off, rush Baron. Really good decision, I think. You know.
You have a great team to take
Plus
Baron.
Cho'Gath.
Yeah, you have
That's gonna take that bear.
Malzahar too. Look at those voidlings.
Yeah.
So much damage.
So there's the smite. There's the.
Oh my goodness! What are you doing, red team? Come on, coordinate that better. Holy moly, that was terrifying. Oh, but here we go.
They may be caught out now. Blues, I think they're just gonna try and stop their backs, but it looks like they full on caught them out.
Oh no!
They're gonna take all of them down.
Yasuo ulted.
And unleashes the power.
Yasuo ulted Alistar there. That is not the target you want to hit. And
Cho'Gath is left alone to try and defend.
Oh.
The base. It's gonna be a tough job. But
Alistair's
just keeping him out of the base. Alistair's just.
Oh, this is great.
This is just bullshit.
So rude.
Down, and they take him down.
Yep. And minion waves are piling into the base.
Down. So this is going to be a tough one to turn around.
Yeah.
And how can you turn this around as red?
You can't.
Yeah.
I think you depend on blue team.
Not without like a huge mistake.
Yeah, you depend on blue team making a huge mistake.
Yeah.
But
Nautilus hits the catch on Varus, but doesn't have to back with him. Nautilus hit the
ooh!
wall, Varus with the kill on Nautilus. Now red team is down a man again.
Really nice ult from Yasuo there. That's what we were looking for before.
Yeah.
We weren't able to find. And they hold out for a little longer.
But he doesn't have
ooh, teleport, teleport.
Oh, teleport behind him. They may have him caught out. See if they can. Oh, they picked off Varus. Great pickoff. Varus pops the QSS, but it's not enough to get out. And now they're able to. Malzahar's able to cut the ult on Warwick, but he gets out.
Oh, Cho'Gath goes down.
Syndra's unleashed powers.
Oh, Yasuo
drops the balls on him again.
Uh-oh, he's caught out. Yeah, unfortunately a ward spotted him in one of the bushes. Malzahar's getting chased back.
Red team's having to clear a lot of minions. Look at all the minions, all the supers on the Nexus. Can't leave them alone. So we got a chase down on Yasuo coming here. Hits the ult on Quinn.
Oh, can't get the kill!
Kill. Doesn't quite get the kill.
Oh!
He got a lot of life steal though. Can he hit him with the tornado now? He can't. Pops the wind wall just in case the Cinder ult comes up. But
oh no.
Not enough to get away.
Yeah, Yasuo has a nice attempt at trying to pick someone off. That's what I like that. That's what red team needs to be doing. I wish they were doing that earlier. I think they were trying, but Yasuo was able to find anything. But
Yasuo's damage is ramping up though now. He finally was able to finish his IE, so
yeah, he did stall out a lot in that top.
It did make quite a bit of difference in his damage in that, but prior to that, he wasn't doing nearly enough to make a difference in the fight. So he nearly took out the coin with that all.
Yeah, we had a Yasuo hitting like a 3-person ult on like 3 of the carries, I think.
Yep, I do want to see like if Red can start a team fight with Nautilus ult hitting Syndra and Quinn, even Varus, if they were somehow able to hit all 3, if they were able to somehow pop up all 3, and Yas can hit them all, they could easily win the team if they're able to start right. But it will be tough to start like that. So we'll see how it goes. Like you said, this game does depend on Blue making a horrific mistake.
Yeah, you have. Is it? Oh, only 1 inhibitor is down, so there's still a chance you can defend this. Oh, look at that Predator. Or that wasn't Predator. Was that Predator? Ooh, nice knockup.
He popped that. Oh, Nautilus hits him with the hook.
Verisol goes down.
There's Verisol down, so maybe red team take advantage of that somehow. Get a team fight. Oh, they're able to pick up the Syndra. Almost down from the. Oh, gets away and is able to scatter the weave on the way out. So looks like they turned around this fight in favor of Blue team. Another pop of Blue team. Syndra's still in the fight, just throwing stuns down.
Yeah, also hitting a ton of tornadoes though.
Yes, pops the heal. Now Varus is gonna take him. This could be good. Oh, looks like Malzahar pops the ult, but they do have this game again.
Yeah, really well fought by the red team. I was a lot more impressed by the red team as they were turtling in their base. I thought they were able to find some really nice flanks, but for the most part, I don't think the Nunu was played correctly, and I think the risky no 80 carry strat was definitely very scary as you weren't. I saw a lot of people focusing the front line.
Yeah,
Malzahar was using ults on Warwick. Nunu ults were on mostly the tanks. Hooks were hitting a lot of tanks,
yeah,
and because the lack of range, like that was the only people that, you know, I would say Cho'Gath and Yasuo were able to hit really safely,
yeah,
and yeah, I think that hurt. But once they're able to find flanks, there was like moments, glimmers of hope.
yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
can see some of the potential in that last fight, right? When they hit the pop up on Syndra and Varus, and they did so much damage, but they're just so far behind, they couldn't quite finish it off.
Yep.
Who
Yep.
would you say is your MVP?
Um, I think I'll give MVP probably to. I might say Syndra. I'm not sure. I think she contributed a lot. She was hitting a ton of scatter the weeks with not just one ball but multiple balls, and just really causing a lot of havoc. I think just the amount of damage she did and the utility she brought was really really good. She roamed really well too, following roams in the early game and starting roams and things like that.
I'm gonna go a little bit different. I'm gonna go Warwick because he did a good job of taking advantage of whenever he could of Nunu
Hmm.
of Nunu's jungle pathing. He also did it. His fear saved a couple of those fights
Yeah.
when they got in a bad spot against Red Team. There were two fights I think where I noticed his fear stopped Yasuo from being able to use his ult
Mm.
when he hit the tornadoes. So I thought he was able to use his fear really well, as far as utility wise, and was able to put a lot of pressure on early to keep bot lane from getting out of control because bot lane was really looking to. You're definitely looking to snowball early that Nautilus.
Yep. Yep. Cool.
So
All right,
good
but
game.
yeah, well played by both teams. I think those it wasn't as bad of a stomp as I thought it was looking out to be.
Uh-huh.
So cool, cool, cool. All right, um, them. Oh shoot, they are going. All right, yeah, I think that might be the last official community games tonight. But yeah, if you guys are interested in jumping into community games and have your game shoutcasted or just to play with, some of the people part of the community, Wednesday night in the Discord. Link is in the description for these YouTube VODs. And yeah, see you next week on Wednesdays at 8 Central. Bye.
Come play with us. We love it.